More than 70% of businesses waste hundreds of thousands of dollars annually because of fragmented, outdated, and redundant tech systems. Tech isn't just a tool, it's a potential risk or a massive opportunity. When we implement the phase one of the Prestige Evolution system, we look for the same efficiency these giants rely on, but tailored to your business needs. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to I Like Marketing, the podcast where we tackle the unseen challenge that Guarata Consulting helped his client with. Today, we are kicking off a deep dive into phase one of my program, Prestige Evolution System. We are specifically working on the tech and operation optimization. This episode is all about the invisible costs that impact even the most promising businesses, specifically the cost of overlooked tech inefficiencies and data mismanagement. I will pulling back the curtain on why tech and operation optimization is the foundation to build upon if you are serious about growth, long-term profitability, and creating space in your life for what truly matters. So many business owners believe they are already optimized. They already have everything done with their tech. The tech is perfect. I have countless times saying we don't need a tech overhaul. We got that part down. But here is the reality. From e-commerce to food and beverage, even like service company, more than 70% of businesses waste hundreds of thousands of dollars annually because of fragmented, outdated, and redundant tech system. And it's not me saying that. You can search on internet. If you look on internet, even bigger enterprise, actually, as you get bigger, worse it gets because you need more tech. But that's where a lot of people actually lose their money and they don't even know. To give you a bit of context, my background, about my background, like you probably think like, what do I know? My background in electronic engineering and experience with global enterprise like Schneider Electric are at the core of why I'm passionate about tech and operation optimization. Early in my career, I served as a senior verification validation engineer, where I saw firsthand how tech inefficiency could drain millions from a company's bottom line. In large organizations, this tech system weren't two just tools. They were the lifeline of the business. Yet, time after time, I watched as even the smallest gasp in tech management would lead to extensive expenses losses. This experience taught me how crucial it is to have a meticulous, system-wide understanding of your tech and operation process. And that's why in the Prestige Evolution system, the phase one is all about stripping down your tech and rebuilding it in a way that actually drives profitability and sustainable growth. Tech isn't just a tool, it's a potential risk or a massive opportunity. We all know that where there is something that can be used for good, can be used also for bad. Or if something has a lot of potential, there is also a lot of responsibility behind that. If you remember the movie Spider-Man, obviously, say like with a lot of power come a lot of responsibility. That's how tech works. As we go and we get more power through tech, there's also more responsibility in our side to understand what can really be done with it and what can actually, what bad effect can create to our problem. The knowledge I gained in my engineering career allows me to find that hidden potential within businesses from startup to established brands. Now, let's break down the framework we use in the Prestige Evolution system, specifically on the phase one, tech and operation optimization phase. The first step is called tech audit. Is a detailed audit of every tech tools in use. We assess if the tool is necessary, if it integrates well with the other tools, and if it's provided clear ROI. For example, we often find business paying for 3 different CRMs when they only need one. The second side is streamlining processes with automation. Next, we identify every manual process that can be automated. Did you know that an average company spends about 30% of its time on tasks that could be automated? In this step, we could reclaim that time. And then finally, implementing scalable solution. Lastly, we only keep tech that scales with you. We are not here to implement the band-aid fixes, right? Instead, or like duct tape, fixes. Instead, we want system in place that can grow with you as you expand from 6 figure to 7 figure to 8 figure and beyond. One client in the beverage industry shared with me the solution Giuseppe introduced weren't just about saving money, they were about buying back our time and creating mental space for creative growth. For the first time in years, we are able to think about expansion without worrying about our tech failing on us. I want to take some time to speak about like small business before we move forward. I want to be sure that we understand that small businesses mostly right now they're super excited about AI because AI is taking um is helping them to reduce the overhead cost. They don't need to hire the same amount of people and everything, and it's totally fine. But the problem with that is that AI, as any tech, has like their limitation and also has their errors. And we need to fully understand what is the mistakes and errors that we can go through by using AI, and not rely on them like his gold or his god. Even better, we cannot say that AI is creative as a person. No, because the creativity of person is made by logic. Like people can really create things from nothing. AI doesn't create things from nothing. It's just like take ideas and put together and give you a response. Apart from that, I wanted to let you understand that you have to keep track of this. You have to keep track of the results. You have to keep track of the errors that they can make. Like if you get information from AI, what of this information are really good and what is wrong. But apart from that, how this is going to be integrated with all the other system you have. Okay. There is so many things that need to be taken care. That's even more important than just like, oh, I love it because it can create a post. When I speak about tech, I'm speaking about like how we nurture people. The real part where people lose money, business lose money, is on the side of I have a person coming from social media website. This person goes on website, goes to shop, and then leaves. Okay, how we can keep nurturing that person now with all the new rules and error? Can we take their data? I still see so many websites that they don't use cookies agreement on their page. Just let you know, for example, I live in Colorado. In Colorado, by the new year, you have to have that. You have to tell people that you take their data, you use their data. That's our things part of technology. Like what are the rules behind what we use? We can we use it? What are the limitation with our messaging? Like for example, for text message, a lot of people get excited to use text message, but like there is also limitation. Text message, mostly if used for marketing, we are supposed to use only from 8 to 6 p.m. Outside that area, there is not 100% official rules, but it doesn't vary to state to state. That's also the problem here in the US. But it's really important to know that like if you send text message mostly at the United States level, you don't want to send like anytime. This is just like on the security side of it. And then there is like data accumulation, data usage. Do we use the data we get? I know so many companies that they have so many emails, information, everything, and they don't do nothing with it. They don't nurture these people. Even after they become your client, I send emails, send something to nurture them, to keep them good, because it's so much easier to keep a client, to have them like rebuy than try to find a new one. Actually, more than easy, cost less. Like the cost of acquisition for a new client, it's much higher than the cost acquisition for an old client. All these things like are things that they're not really tracked most in the small business, because all we're looking is like we need to make more sales. I want to help people understand that there is much more and they can be done really low cost if we know what type of software we use. And then the other big problem I see is like we're always looking for open source software, free software and everything, and it's totally fine. The real problem with that comes to the point that like as you grow, you're gonna put so many free software that you're gonna have like tens of hundreds, like sometimes plugin on your WordPress, mostly on the case of e-commerce and everything. And all that stuff could have been like just uh, replaced by half of the same amount of plugin, half of it, and but by paying them. And yes, you say like, oh yeah, but then I'm paying. Yeah, but then you have a lot more efficient system. And as you scale, it's easy to track 10 plugins or 10 different software, 15 software, then track hundreds. It's really hard when you scale, when things change, because now you have to go back and change all of them, making sure that everything still work good. These are all things that I have sadly experienced in my career, where I wasn't, and I had to work with systems that they were so complicated, such an amount of different software together, put together, that made so much harder when we could have spent just a bit more and have the peace of mind to have not everything in one software, but having less software. Because also I don't agree with the fact that people, they are going to the other stream, like high level, and be like, oh, let's put everything in one software, I just need one software. It might be good at the beginning, but I also don't like that type of solution, for the reason that that type of solution, it creates another problem, that is I don't have flexibility on what I can do and what I want to do. And in case I need to scale, that solution might stop me from do the scale I want. And now it takes me a ton of time to move to a different solution, because they take property of your website, property of your content and everything. Then when you have to do the movement, it might take a bit longer. It's not always like that, because a lot of this software, like high level and everything, they made exports really easy, and also syncing with other software really easy. But it could happen. Then I always tell people to be careful, because there is so many offer, there is so many option for everything. CRM, there are so many CRM in this world. Everyone now is coming with a new CRM every day. I would say people like me, that works with tech, and we have years and years of experience with tech, that we understand that we can look more on detail uh, on for you what could be the real cost behind it. These are people that I would invest on it, even a few hours just to do some consulting, because it can help you save money on the long run for 10, 20 years, just a small change from the beginning. Before we wrap up, let's look a few examples from the industry giant who leverage tech and operation optimization to drive remarkable results. These aren't just theories, they are real world outcomes from some of the world's most successful brands. We look with Amazon relentless focus on automation. Amazon, as a global leader in retail, uses robotic process automation (RPA) in its warehouse to streamline order fulfillment. This strategy helped reduce order processing costs by 20% and drastically improved delivery times, making Amazon one of the fastest, most efficient logistic operations worldwide. By cutting this cost, Amazon could invest in innovations like Prime Delivery, further expanding its reach and market dominance. Walmart, in its case, invested heavily in centralized data across its stores, implementing advanced analytics platform for real-time insight into inventory. The results: a 10% reduction in stockouts and a 5 to 10% increase in overhaul sales. This real-time insight enable Walmart to respond faster to demand and stay ahead of trends, an essential advantage for a retailer of Walmart scale that make millions of dollars every month. Coca-Cola streamlined its operation process across 200 plus countries by implementing scalable tech solution, achieving a 30% reduction in operational cost and a more agile, adaptable distribution network. This tech overhaul allowed Coca-Cola to meet regional demands quickly, cut waste, and maintain a global footprint without inefficiency holding them back. And finally, I want to speak about Procter& Gamble. P&G utilized artificial intelligence to optimize supply chains and manufacturing, reducing production costs by 15%. This enabled them to cut lead times and bring products to market faster, empowering their teams to focus more on innovation. The savings went back into the research and development, ensuring that Procter& Gamble remained competitive in an industry where staying ahead matters. Now, why does this matter even more if you're a small and medium-sized business? For large companies, optimization saves millions and fuels growth. But for small business, tech and operational efficiency can be the difference between scaling successful or staying stagnant. Think about Amazon, Walmart, Coca-Cola have the resources to absorb inefficiency. They have the luxury of a complex operation, deep budgets, and dedicated tech teams. But for you, every dollar spent on redundancy or outdated system is a dollar you could reinvest in marketing, research and development, or hiring. When we implement the phase one of the Prestige Evolution system, we look for the same efficiency these giants rely on, but tailored to your business needs. With fewer layers, smaller teams, and more limited resource, a tech overall can instantly translate to more agility, profitability, and growth potential for you. This isn't just about following the leader, it's about maximizing every asset tool you have to make sure you're positioned to lead in your space. Now, let's break down what phase one of the Prestige Evolution system is. That we call tech operation optimization. This phase isn't just a service, it's a complete overhaul designed to unlock trapped revenue, eliminate inefficiency, and prepare your business for lasting growth. Here's what you will get. You get a full tech audit that, as I said before, will examine every tech asset integration and expense to identify redundancy, inefficiencies, and revenue leak. The goal to uncover potentially hundred of thousand lost revenue. The value of this normally it's only this part is $25,000. We go to the process and streamlining automation. Imagine what your team could do with an additional 30% of time freed up from repetitive tasks. We'll create automated workflows to handle this, ensuring your team is operating at peak efficiency. Value for this 40,000. And then there is scalable solution. Beyond cleanup, we'll put in place scalable tech solution that support you through each growth stage from 6 to 7 figure. This future proofs your operation, setting you up to grow without tech setback. And the value of this is $35,000. And finally, I wanted to add also for specific for here, 3 days of in-person hands-on support. For 3 days, I will work directly with you and your team to ensure everything is implemented seamlessly. This is where we bring the plan to life with real-time adjustment, hands-on training, and immediate answer to any question you have. The value just of this part is $20,000. That's a total value of $120,000. And I know what are you thinking? Will this really work for my business? Maybe you have been burned by tech solution that didn't deliver, or you have invested in systems that looked great on paper but failed to bring the results. This system is different because it's born out of years of experience in tech and enterprise management where I've witnessed the impact of optimization done right and the staggering cost of it done wrong. Now, here's the offer. For those ready to take action today, you are not going to pay $120,000. Using the QR code in this video or the link in the description, you will get everything we have discussing for only $50,000. And if you would prefer to break it up, we have a monthly paying option to make this investment as manageable as possible. With this opportunity, there is no reason for you not to get started. And again, this is a system you are not alone. You will have a person on my team, me, myself, just be there. Actually, the 3 days, it's me. I'm gonna be the one coming there. But you will have always a person that you can identify that will help you to move towards these steps, through these steps, and you will not be alone. And that's the biggest part of it. Like I'm not just giving you papers. I'm not giving you a PDF or something that you have to read, go through, and like, okay, I leave to you, and that's your problem. No, you have experts, people that have expertise in software development, have expertise in hardware development. They know they can speak with stack. Like there are people that understand technology, they understand how to create this integration, how to connect, and how to. Plus, these people they also understand business. They understand marketing means that they will not just know how to integrate tech, but what would be the best option for you in your specific market. What is the best option for you when looking at the place where are you right now? And that's what will make the difference above everything else. Is the fact that we are acquired consulting. I'm really looking for people that I can match. Not they don't just understand tech or they don't just understand marketing, but they understand both and they can put them together. I'm looking for creating a perfect bridge between tech and marketing where not just having great content and really bad integration, but having both is the key for real success and for real growing, without having to lose money or to spend hundreds of hours on manual tasks. Again, for the people that they join today, they join, or better, they join through by watching this podcast, this video, because I will leave this on my YouTube. They will get all of this for only $50,000. Again, includes 3 days. I will be coming there in person to work with you, with your team, to make sure that we can implement all of this together. And plus, we will have online calls with your team that we can help also through the digital side to go through each of the steps. And again, if you have you need help, you cannot pay for the 50,000. We can break it up. You just need to contact us, or use, like, we will divide. There will be two links in the description: one for pay in full, one to pay in part. And if you choose the one to pay in part, totally, we don't charge any interest on it. We will divide exactly for 12 months. You will pay, because that's the length of the contract. We will work with you for 12 months because we want to make sure that whatever we create after we clean, it's something that could really be scalable with your business. And we want to be there when you get results, because you're going to see the results, you're going to be amazed. And that's what we are looking for. And as I wrap up this episode, here's the call to action. If you're serious about growth, don't wait to optimize your tech and operation. Let me leave you actually with a quote from Proverbs 24, 3 to 4. By wisdom, a house is built, and by understanding, it's established. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Investing in your tech and operation is more than a cost; it's a foundation for everything else you want to build. Thank you for joining me today on this episode of With Unlike Marketing. Tune in next time as we dig deeper, maybe in other phases of the procedure virtual system or other topic that can affect you in your business. Let's unlock that growth together. This has been a Like Market with me, Giuseppe Guarata. If this most audio hit home, share it with a fellow business owner. Subscribe to get more insight like this. And remember, growth isn't just about scaling, it's about building wisely from the ground up. Until next time, stay blessed.